This is the plaintiff, Dorna Tucker. She says she hired the defendant to redo her kitchen, and the guy totally ripped her off. Through painstaking research, she discovered the thief was changing the amounts he spent on supplies by adding a 1 in front of a $90 charge, turning it into $190. Now she has a half-completed job, has been cheated out of her money, and is suing for the return of her $542. This is the defendant, Panel Dasa. He says the plaintiff can't be serious with his lawsuit. He's a contractor. He gets a contractor's rate at Home Depot, doesn't change any amounts, and the woman's flat out insane to think he was ripping her off. Bottom line, he's the one who's owed money, and he's excited to plead his case here and now. He's accused of fudging some numbers. The defendant is filed a countersuit for $500 for monies he's still owed.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome.
Okay, Dorna Tucker?
Yes.
You are suing Panel Dalse?
Yes.
Your former contractor for $542, $300 a deposit that you gave him, and $242 that you feel he overcharged you for supplies. You have a counterclaim against her for $500 that you say was not paid of her bill for work that she hired you to do. Okay, Ms. Tucker, tell me what's going on.
Sure. I signed a contract on April 3rd with Mr. Dallas to do contracting work in my kitchen, and that was to remove the existing tile floor, put down the new tile floor, and put in a brand new countertop.
And how much were you supposed to pay for that?
I gave him the written contract.
Can I see the contract?
Sure can. It's for $625 for the entire work.
Is that for labor plus...
That's just labor.
That's just labor?
$625, it was for his labor.
Okay. And you were going to pay him an additional whatever the month...
I gave him an additional $540 to purchase the materials necessary to complete the project.
Okay. All right, so go on.
And Mr. Dallas started the work. And on Tuesday evening, that was April 6th, when I came home, the work was about 85% completed. And I said to Mr. Dallas that I may go ahead and do a tile backsplash on the wall that would complement the new tile floor. So that was where we had parted with. He even suggested that I go to this tile store on Route 22, and I was to meet up with him again on Saturday, April 10th, because by this time I'm done picking out the backsplash for the wall.
Okay, so he sends you to that tile store to pick out something.
Right.
But you don't buy the materials?
No, I looked at the tiles. I did not purchase the tiles because I needed to go back to the very first tile store I went to find out why was the price on my receipt altered.
Let me see that. Now, that's the tile that went on your floor.
Went on the floor.
Okay.
And here's a copy from the store so you can see the
Wait. So you look at this,
yes,
and you feel like it's been altered.
Yes.
Because you can see some writing on top of the first item.
And it doesn't total.
It doesn't total.
It doesn't total. And the New Jersey state tax, I could not get it to come out to that amount. So it brought questions in my mind. So no matter
Was there ever a deal with him that you would pay him extra to go and get the materials?
No, ma'am. That was all part of the whole deal.
Part of the deal was you'd pay him X for labor and that he'd supply the materials, but that you'd reimburse him for the materials.
I gave him the money for the material, and the deal was...
So you go to the... Oh, my gosh.
You go to
the store, and you get a copy of the receipt and find out that where it says $149, it only had said $99 earlier.
Thank you.
And then nobody... Actually, that was your downfall, was you didn't alter the 70. You altered everything except for one number, and then it didn't add up.
The grout was $12.
Hold on. The grout was $12.
He made it 42.
And you made it into a 42, and then the
thin set, the glue.
Thin set was $9, and you made it into 19, and so a $96 bill became $196.37. What's going on?
Oh, you want me to?
No, I want the guy behind you. That's who I want to. Yes, you.
Okay, what happened is that I was referred to Ms. Tucker.
No. Start from here. This is where I want to know.
Oh, so you don't want to hear my side. You just want to start it from here.
This is the part I want to cross-examine you on because I'm trying to understand an innocent explanation for this.
This is what happened. I gave Ms. Tuck the receipt, Home Depot receipt, everything. I wasn't trying to hide anything.
Well, no, she says you were. She says that you gave her this altered receipt.
No, it wasn't.
Which is specifically trying to hide something, she says. Tell me why this is.
That's what she says.
Right.
When I went there as a contract, you get a prorated rate. When you go somewhere as a contract, she would get it for $2. I would get it for $1 because I constantly spend money there. So what happened is that the manager that was there, the owner wasn't there. He did that. He did that on my receipt. Because when I told him...
The manager of the store altered the real receipt on your behalf?
He changed it. He just changed the receipt.
So what motive does he have to change a receipt?
Because I'm supposed to get a contracted rate. So he gave me that for that price.
The alteration made the price higher, not lower.
It made it higher because she was supposed to pay it. If she would have went there, it's like she's picking up the...
Why would the store alter the receipt? Are you suggesting...
I went back and I asked them, don't give me the contracted rate, which is the original receipt that you have here. Don't give that. Give me the customer's price. That's what's right there. And I gave it to her. And
you made a trip back to the store so that they could put a 1 in front of several of these figures?
I'm not the one that paid it. One of my guys paid for the thing. Then when I saw the receipt, I went back.
Did you notice when it was altered by you or by your person at the store that the math was wrong and that one of the figures didn't get altered to be able to jive here with the math? Did you notice that or no?
I didn't notice that.
So what happens now? Does she call you?
No, she doesn't call me.
What happens? You call her to get back in there.
After that, because I left some of my stuff there, the work was 95% completed. She stopped the work because she wanted the backsplash done. And I told her, but in the mix of that, while I was doing her floor, I called Ms. Tuck and said, listen, they put your floor on wrong. They were supposed to use
they?
Whoever did her floor before.
Okay.
She had tile there, they were cracked because they was installed wrong.
Okay.
I called and said it's additional $200 because the subfloor that was on the floor is wrong. She said, oh, okay, do it. I did it, the work was done, she was happy. When she came home, I gave her the receipt. I showed her the receipt. Everything was...
Which one?
Oh, everything. The Home Depot receipt, that original receipt.
You got complaints about the Home Depot receipt too, right?
I haven't even gotten to the Home Depot.
Okay, let's get to the Home Depot one.
Okay. So when I left the tile store, I went directly to Home Depot with the receipt in hand. I went line by line.
Now, at this point, you're on fire.
I'm on fire.
Okay.
I went line by line, and I asked for assistance for someone to show me each item that was on this receipt. Now, the first item that I did not understand on the Home Depot receipt, it says remover. They took me to the paint aisle and showed me a gallon of paint remover. And in
other words, you took the SKU and you asked them, what was this SKU number for?
Right here.
And what is it for?
And what is it? I was not doing a paint job. Okay, moving right along.
Okay, so what you're saying is that he was buying stuff on your tab that you paid for out of your $545 in materials for another job.
Now, I have a 10 by 6 kitchen, very small. The Wonder Board that he put down on the floor is 5 by 3. Why did he buy 6? How big is my kitchen?
Don't talk to him directly.
Thank you.
He bought
6.
He bought six boards that are 5 by 3 for a 10 by 6.
And my kitchen is 10 by 6.
Okay.
Where did the other boards go? I don't know. But moving right along, I got down to some socket screws. I'm like, socket screws? What was I building? It wasn't used in my home. So then I said to myself, I will not speak to this man ever again. I have nothing to say to him.
Okay.
Unless I have a third party present. And at that point, I don't owe him no kind of explanation because he knows what he did.
Are you kidding me?
You're
like Sherlock Holmes discovering all this juicy stuff and you don't want to hear him squirm?
Then even when I went back to the tile store and I spoke to the manager, if you notice on the receipt, you see where it says circle 90? The manager said because he's a contractor, he paid $90 for all of the tiles. And that's where he wrote the 1 and tried to tell me that I got a break for $190. And I'm saying, you know, it just does not, it's just ridiculous. It does not make sense. I'm a hardworking person. I'm raising my child.
See, here's the thing. A contractor has an absolute right to negotiate terms. And you can say to somebody, here's the deal. You get your own materials, but if I have to get them for you, I'm going to charge you a $50 surcharge, a $100 surcharge, a 10% surcharge. A contractor has a right to say that. But when a contractor wants to charge a surcharge, you don't do it in the middle of the night sneakily in this disgusting fashion that seems dishonest.
Thank you.
You don't do that. What you do is you say to her, you get the materials, it's X. I get the materials, it's X plus 10%. That's how it's done. Apparently not in your book. In your book, you just stick a 1 here, stick a 1 there, and don't bother to do the math. And then tell me how it is that a kitchen that is 10 by 6 requires 6 of those boards. Yeah, it's going to require more than 2 because there's, you know, you got to cut and there's some waste and whatever else. But 6? Why does it require 3 times the size? That's like you buy tile and you buy 3 times the tile that you need. That's what she's talking about here.
I didn't buy 3 times.
You bought 6 boards.
I bought 6 board, right? There was extra left. It was there. Miss Tucker said, "Do I want it?" No, I dumped it in her trash in her backyard.
There's not one material in my home that he bought. If that was the point, even when he cut the countertop, that should have been still sitting in my home. That should have still been sitting there.
I asked her, did she want the
edges for the countertop? Where are they? That should be in my home.
You have a counterclaim against her for $500 for balance not paid. Explain that to me, because the math isn't working there either.
I guess, Your Honor, I don't get a chance to talk. Ms. Tucker is saying whatever she said.
No, I'm asking you a question. Right. Instead of complaining and whining, why don't you answer the question?
All right.
You have a counterclaim for $500.
For $300 that she didn't pay for the remaining balance.
Okay, but
and
it looks to me, the reason I don't understand the math is that it looks like it's $325, not $300. That's why I'm not understanding the math.
All right, it's $625. She gave $300 first.
Right.
For the labor.
Right.
Right? There's a balance of $325.
Okay, that's why the math wasn't working. That's why I didn't understand.
Extra for the subfloor. She agreed on it, and it was $200.
So the total that you have paid him up to now is $300. Plus, according to you, you paid all the materials and then overpaid by $242.
Correct.
Okay. And the work that he did was he put down the floor, and he put in a countertop.
Correct.
And did he end up putting in a backsplash, or no, we didn't get that far? Did you end up getting the materials for the backsplash?
No, I did not.
Okay. Now, you have a video here that you wanted to show me. Can I see it?
I would love to do that. Please. Thank you.
Why'd you buy paint remover for this project?
The paint remover that I bought was for, she had a countertop first put up. I removed the countertop.
This is how the kitchen was left when I came in on Tuesday.
In fairness, the kitchen was left because the kitchen wasn't finished because you wouldn't let him back in because you found him to be a thief. I understand, but that's
she found me to be a thief?
Yes, she found you to be a thief.
No, she didn't find me to be a thief.
No, she did.
Accused
she
me
thinks
of,
you're
of
a thief.
saying that I'm a
so
thief.
that's why you didn't let him back in, so you can't keep complaining he didn't finish. He didn't finish because you didn't let him finish. Right. What am I looking at there?
This is the countertop and the condition and how the kitchen was left, how it was ungrounded, Your Honor. And this was supposedly, as he just said earlier, that this was 95% of the work that was completed. I would also like to point out to the court that the countertop was not laid even. I even have a video to show you how the countertop was crooked.
Did you hire another contractor to finish this job?
I went out and I got a second quote, and I have the certification right here for the work, and I could not afford to pay the second person that I went out to get the estimate from, and then I completed the work myself.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
You are one resourceful woman.
Well, when I have a child in college that I have to finish paying for, I have to save because she's now a senior.
Okay. Mr. Dalse, you know, the real problem with all of this is your attitude, for one thing.
You asked me a question, right? You asked me a question. You said, what was the paint removal used for?
Yeah.
You didn't even give me a chance to say that. Okay. From now, I can see you siding with her because...
You think?
Yeah,
okay.
absolutely.
Tell me what the paint remover was used for.
After I removed the countertop, there was wallpaper that was there. And every time I pull the wallpaper off, it's taking chunk of the wall out. So what I did, I went to go purchase the remover, put it on the wallpaper, and it easily take it out.
Right, I need a whole gallon.
They only sell them by gallon.
Oh, oops, Home Depot only sell by gallon.
They sell them by 1 gallon. They don't sell them by quart.
Mr. Dalse, I don't care how loud you scream, how mad you get,
I'm not
or
mad.
how victimized you feel.
$1,500 out of my pocket.
It's really simple. It's really simple. The way it works is that when people have an agreement, both sides have to agree. One side can't just snake a little more money out of it. And that's what it looks like you did. Because instead of looking her in the eye and saying, it costs this if that and that if this, you got a good sum for labor and then another good sum for materials. And then you either tried to get her to pay more by having the store alter it, which I don't believe, or you alter it yourself. Either way, it's altering it and it's doing something that's a lie because you're not telling her, oh, by the way, I'm going to have a hidden cost here. Somebody tried to charge you a hidden cost, you'd be angry. But that's what you want me to bless with your dealings with her, and I'm not going to bless it.
You don't have to bless
Aside from the fact that I also do think that you were buying materials. aside from the fact...
I'll give her $1,500 right now. I don't...
Good.
It's nothing to me.
Good. Well, then it's absolutely no skin off your nose to go ahead and then pay her the $542 that she wants.
Absolutely. You want it now?
Well, here's the deal. Get out of my courtroom. Get out of my courtroom. Get out of my courtroom right now.
Exactly.
And welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. Do designers and contractors as a group just pad bills and inflate costs?
You know, I've known a few of these people, and they can be pretty sneaky. So,
I love that it's these people. Yeah. Okay, I get your point. What do you think?
Well, my aunt just recently got her bathroom remodeled, and it was a lot more than they had appraised her bathroom for, so I definitely think so.
Okay, the life story of this woman going inside the courtroom.
See, I think you're just really taking advantage of that poor guy. You're making him look bad for nothing.
Your Honor, I am not doing that.
Oh,
I have to be an example to my child. I know you are. I have to be an example to my child.
Listen to me. Listen to me.
Because when she opened up her eyes, she needs to see that I'm doing the right thing.
How was he referred to you?
I have a young lady that, my girlfriend, that I went to her home for dinner, and I saw her tile work like last year, and I asked her.
See, that's the only way to get people referred to you is through friends. So you did it the right way.
Right.
It's just one of those things.
Right.
Okay? Because he is a thief. What he was trying to do was steal an extra $100 out of you.
Yes, he was.
And I don't believe that he needed to buy 6 times the tile that he needed to buy because he's a thief. Now, here's the thing. Even though I would like to order him to pay you back every single penny that you put into this, I can't.
No problem.
Because there is work that he did.
Yes,
all right?
I agree.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to allow him to keep the $300 for the work that he did, and I'm going to because I know it's going to cost you more to now get somebody to come and fix what he didn't do. And even though what he didn't do is because you wouldn't let him in there, you had a darn good reason not to let him in there. Because I am not going to let somebody who's a thief back into my house either.
Thank you.
So I don't find that you breached the contract. I find that he breached the contract.
Thank you.
So whatever more it's going to end up costing you, that is something that's on him and not you because of the fact that he breached by cheating. I am going to order him to pay back the $242 that I find that he overcharged. Okay? But I am going to let him keep the $300 for the work that he did do because I think it's appropriate to let him keep something for the work that he did do. On his counterclaim,
Agreeable.
0. Okay.
Well, I offered the defendant a chance to talk to us in the hallway. He declined. So what's your feeling on the outcome of this case?
My feeling on the outcome in this case is that it is worth fighting for your rights, and I'm glad that I stepped forward and I fought for myself. And from now on, I will always be double-checking any contractor that walks into my home.
Well, you think he tried to take advantage of you?
Do I think he did?
Why? Because
it's plainly his handwriting on paper. He did.
What made him think? Why do you think he thought he was able to do that to you?
Maybe my niceness, but don't take it for granted.
Harvey?
Okay, Kurt, you know what? If you're having a dispute like this, you can call your state contractor's licensing board. They can mediate a lot of these disputes short of going to court. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.